What is going on, everybody, and welcome to Lineman Life. It is Turkey Day Eve, Thanksgiving Eve. Hope everybody's having a good time with their folks, with their fam, with their in-laws. Enjoy it. The holidays are here, folks. I'm Reserve Lineman Uche Nwaneri here with my co-hosts, urinating treat in the house, JB, Justin Blaylock in the house. Our other hosts will be here with us momentarily. We're waiting on the bald man, 5-point vids. He'll be here soon enough.
Yeah, he's probably having dinner with his family or something.
We appreciate all of y'all for being in here with us on this Thanksgiving Eve. Make sure you hit that like button. Haven't already done so. Big headlines today, huh, guys? Excuse me.
For a Wednesday, yes.
Big news day in the NFL. Got my Corona here. We're ready to, talk some sports. But Zach Wilson, benched. He is no longer starting quarterback for the New York Jets. Mike White, the Mike White era begins.
Again.
Good.
You have the keys now, young man. I love that.
Always gets me.
So, what do we think here? I think everybody kind of agrees that at the end of the day, this was a switch that was going to have to be made for New York, mainly in my opinion, because they're going into December and they're fighting for a playoff spot. And you cannot afford to have liabilities such as Zach Wilson running your offense if you have any hope of getting into the postseason. It's nut cutting time in the NFL for a lot of teams. And the one position you don't need to be worrying about is the quarterback. And for the Jets, they tried to live in that world for a little while. Hey, our running game's so good. Let's just keep rocking with that. Don't ask him to do really much other than, try to convert on the 3rd and short. And that only lasted like 7 games. And they're like, nah, we can't. No.
This is not it. Yeah, they were winning in spite of him for quite a while.
Exactly. They've been winning in spite of this guy. And
it's tough to mask that shit for a whole season, though. And
you will be exposed.
It's hard to rear its ugly head more and more and more. So this was inevitable.
Yes. I think it was.
We got to win some fucking games. Like if it was, if we were 3-6 or something, season's not going well. Okay, leave them in. We'll figure it out. But we got a fucking shot at this thing, man.
They got a shot at being in the postseason.
Like, just get me to the dance.
Come on.
See what happens.
Who thought that this would be the scenario that the New York Jets would be in? 2 years into 2 or 3 years into Salah's head coaching term? 2 years?
2 years.
It's year 2.
Yeah, year 2.
Yeah,
year 2. You're already competing to get into the playoffs.
Looking pretty good, by any metric, especially against the other second-year coaches.
Yeah, looks pretty good to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall, when you look at just just the way that things were going as far as the locker room, Zach Wilson was
100 yards of offense
because of the nonsense.
Come on.
Yeah, the nonsense he spewed out there and throwing his defense under the bus. Like you made it, you forced the hand even of the head coach, even if he was just considering and maybe making a change in the next few weeks. You forced his hand with that garbage you said.
He had more. The Jets had more punts than Zach Wilson had pass completions on the day. If you actually look at some of his passes, it's on Twitter, and it's bad. Like there's one. He's missing his throws, just wildly inaccurate. They should have had like 3 or 4 picks in that game.
Oh yeah. He had he had one of his wideouts running wide open for a touchdown. He looked at it and came off of it and turned to the left side of the field. He was getting pass rushed by that point, so he had to take off. But it's like that's like the stuff that at this point. Look, he's a second-year player. You can put the even with that. You got a wideout who just split your safety and your nickel. Like just lob him the ball. You don't even have to throw a great pass.
Yeah.
just lob it, and
it's backyard
he'll go
shit.
under it. Yeah, it's literally was backyard, and he fucked that up. I mean,
Yep.
And then the arrogance in the post game press conference. And look, just to be fair, there were multiple press conferences where he, the first one and the biggest one, obviously, the one that the NFL forces you to be a part of. That's where he dropped the whole no thing. No, we didn't let him down at all. We didn't. We played. We played him to the end.
We held up our end of the bargain.
That was the softball of softball questions too.
The softball of softballs. Like that is the
it's
one.
It's just like, hey, just take some responsibility for it. Say you're sorry if you messed up. And they said, like,
and
no,
everyone will move on. Jesus. Everyone won't even think about it twice.
Yeah.
You may still have a job right now. You may. You might.
Justin Fields apologized to his teammates for his performance in Atlanta, and I didn't think he really didn't have to do that, but it shows you the level of maturity of a Justin Fields in comparison to a Zach Wilson.
Yeah. And Justin Fields is playing with a dislocated shoulder at the same time.
Yep. He might be done for the year.
Yeah. So it's like you can see in real time the other quarterbacks that he was drafted with, you can see their growth beginning. Their arc is starting to move upward. And he's regressed even. I mean, I was looking at the film today when I did a quick video on it, and his feet are never really set ever. His feet are all over the place all the time, and he's just launching it. And it's like that means you're not very comfortable in the pocket, which means I remember Blaine Gabbert. They used to say he wasn't comfortable in the pocket, and then they started saying he was scared. That's when they were getting close. When they say you scared of the pocket.
Yeah, that's tough to come back from.
Hey, I'm out.
The next step is usually that clipboard.
Yeah. Yep. But Zach Wilson, he has been benched. Robert Saleh is going with Mike White. I haven't seen much of Mike White. Anything? Have y'all seen this guy play at all? Y'all know how
I've seen a little bit of him. He did well against Cincinnati last year. He did a little bit of he had a first quarter in Indianapolis, then he got injured, and then he played against Buffalo and bombed, and he hasn't played since. But he was a legend for like a week and a half.
I mean, they got another guy sitting right there that's, I mean,
well,
technically he was a Super Bowl champion.
Like in case,
Flacco.
If White does struggle, you still have Flacco.
He won a Super Bowl.
He did win a Super Bowl. He did win, and he was Super Bowl MVP too.
And his playoff stretch that year was fucking unreal.
Yeah, all you got to do is get to the
just dangle some money in front of him.
You know what I mean?
Dangle a contract in front of him.
Here's another $15 million. What do you got for us, buddy? You need some HGH? You need a shot? Something? Give you a little boost for the postseason?
You'll at least get an adult professional quarterback.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely somebody who has the pedigree. But, of course, Mike White, he got elevated to the second position, and now he's got his moment to shine. So we'll see how it plays out. I honestly, I'm interested to see how he plays. I mean, I would like to look at a New York Jets team that has a competent offense, a dominant defense, and see how that actually plays out when everything is moving along as it should be. I mean, I think that could make them a dangerous team. And then I see somebody down here saying, get Blake Bortles out of retirement.
Blake Bortles, I think he's just sitting with a pair of Crocs in Florida somewhere. I don't think he cares.
He got a pair of Crocs and some Marlboro Reds in his mouth.
He don't got a big old fat chaw.
Big old nice Kodiak dip in there.
Yeah, he does not care. He's got his money.
He got all his money. He got all the money he needed on that one.
Good for that guy.
But we'll see how it plays out. I mean, who are they playing this week? I forget.
Chicago Bears.
Chicago, yeah. Oh, well, even though I guess Fields is questionable, right?
Yeah, it's like best case scenario, he's able to play, but it's a separated left shoulder. And then worst case scenario, he's out for the year. So It depends. Like, do you really need Justin Fields at this point?
I would say.
I mean, you're only doing that to make your second round pick look worse for Pittsburgh. That's the only reason I can see that. And it's like,
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it, honestly. I don't think it's worth it.
Let him chill. Put him on ice.
Yeah, put him on ice. I mean, that's about as easy as a call there is to make at this point in the season, just because ain't nothing for you to gain. Yeah, it's exciting watching him play, but every day he's out there with the hurt shoulder, it's a chance it's going to get even worse.
You're holding your breath every time he takes off and runs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Nagy did a good job trying to destroy him earlier, so
yeah,
finish the job.
And we all have learned. We all saw the cautionary tale in this kind of situation. Baker Mayfield, don't do what he did. RG3, don't do what he did.
Yeah, this is not the time to tough it out.
We'll keep up with it and see how Mike White does. The Mike White era in New York has begun. Now, moving on, I thought this was a story that was certainly interesting. Kind of saved it for the show because I didn't want to like spoil it for myself, because I feel like it should be an interesting story. I would love to know I would love to have been a old lineman in the locker room who actually heard the real story in this. But we have here Sean Kugler, the assistant coach from the Cardinals, O-line coach. It's a shot for the O-lineman here. It's disappointing, but hey, it happened. I mean, it don't happen, but it's, shit happens, I guess.
I mean, it's the age old tell. You never want to hear about an offensive lineman. It could only be fucking bad.
I mean, they never expect it to be the O-line. They don't expect it to be that room. They get shocked when the O-lineman gets into some bullshit. They're like,
what the hell? You
expected this from a wideout or a DB, but not from you. You know what I mean? So
we're usually the adults in the room.
This is Cardinals assistant Sean Kugler fired for groping a woman before the Mexico City game. I mean, how did you do that? Actually, you get fired before the game. So he was out late before the game or out drinking or doing something at night before the game. That's usually not something that's allowed after a certain time. But let's get into the story here. It says, Arizona Cardinals reportedly fired their offensive line coach, running game coordinator for groping a woman in Mexico City just hours before the team played against the 49ers. Damn, like how many hours are we talking about here?
Wait, what?
Like, was this before they reported? Like,
it's like it was
that
the
would
one
be wild if it was
game,
like
right?
walking into the stadium, like,
just got a fan as you're walking in.
Like, what?
Like, damn, you see that ass? I gotta grab it. I gotta have it.
ESPN citing sources reported Wednesday morning Kugler was accused of inappropriately touching a female on Sunday night. Okay. The outlet reports Mexican authorities were made aware of the allegations and then told the Cardinals of it all. Kugler was fired a short time later and sent back to Arizona on Monday morning. Damn. Motherfucker ain't even make it to the team lunch.
I mean, they just told him, like, get out.
Yeah, don't pack your shit up. We'll send it to you.
I would like to see the police report. I guess you can't get a FOIA request in Mexico.
Well, was he actually? Did they actually press charges, or was this just a he said she said situation?
If it was, I'm suing the shit out the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm suing the shit out the Cardinals. They fired me for no cause.
That's coming because I'm sure due process isn't the same down there.
Nope.
I don't know.
That's international law too, so it's kind of messy.
Mexico's part of North America. I think there's there's an agreement that we got with each other, the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. Like, our laws are basically the same, kind of. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on none of this shit. I'm just talking.
I mean, I'm interested for sure to see how this plays out.
I think that there is a similar. I think that there is some kind of agreement we have in North America. I mean, I know about the free trade deal, but I'm talking about as far as enforcement is concerned. I know there's like extradition is like immediate. Like, there's no, you can just walking back across the border. But let's keep going here with this article. It says the Cards had arrived in Mexico on Saturday night for the big game against San Francisco on Monday. The team went on to lose that contest 38-10. Yeah, we know.
Shocker.
Arizona officials have yet to confirm the report. In announcing the firing on Tuesday, head coach Cliff Kingsbury would only say Kugler had been involved in an off-field incident. Kugler has been in the Cardinals since 2019. 56-year-old previously coached for the Lions, Bills, Steelers, and Broncos. He also served as head coach at UTEP from 2013 to 2017. Okay, so no juice there. Not enough juice, that's for sure.
I'm sure it's coming out later.
Yeah,
This is pretty hard to pull off, though. Like usually, like I know when we were over across the pond playing, or if we played in San Diego one year in college. I know it was like very difficult to get out and about, especially trying to get to Mexico. They're like,
yeah. In college, they not letting you do shit. We went to go play Hawaii. Boy, I tell you what.
I can't imagine
That was my senior year too. My senior year, we all like, man, I hope we get some free time. We going to luau's, all this shit. We don't get to. They got us in all kinds of shit from the moment we land until it's time to go to bed. But you know, I think we ended up losing to them. Like, I think we played overtime. I'm not sure. So it was a good game. But after the game, we got to kick it that night. We wild out. Shit. But
Hawaii,
I guess it depends.
Hawaii ain't Mexico though.
It sure ain't. You're right about that.
People getting kidnapped still, all type of shit.
Cartels, dude.
Yeah, and they're not fucking around.
Man,
I wouldn't let you guys out of my sight if I was, the organization.
We played the Sun Bowl a couple times when I was at Purdue. We played like back-to-back years at the Sun Bowl. Man, the motherfuckers knew us by first name. We walk over to Juarez, go get us some beer, go get us some liquor from Juarez. I remember the first time we did it, it was me and two other old linemen. We walked over there. We go to this liquor store, grab some drinks. We walking back. There's a severed hand in the trash can.
No, thank you.
I mean, we're all just looking like, is that really a hand? Like,
no, that ain't what I think it is.
That's a hand, cuz.
Either that or they randomly got into Sharia law. Somebody tried to steal something and they just cut off their hand. That's the only thing I can think of.
Ooh, man. We saw that. I mean, and oddly enough, because maybe we had a couple shots by that point. Oddly enough, we just kind of was like, that's pretty awesome. And then we walked off.
Damn.
Somebody got their hand cut off recently. But
this is fresh.
Fresh. I mean, it wasn't purple or nothing. It was just, it was bloody looking, but it was a hand.
This blood hasn't even coagulated yet.
Yeah.
Not even. Somebody,
you can't even use it as a prop. It's like freshly cut, probably from a couple hours ago.
Right. It's that guy. There he is.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, you lost your hand.
I just need a hand.
To a doctor. We should get you to a doctor. Not in Mexico, you don't.
Let's put this on ice and see if we can save it.
No, you're going in a back alley to a guy named Ramirez and hope he has sterilized materials.
Yeah, I'm looking for a vet.
Oh, there he is.
What's up, man? I was building a bed frame and I just completely forgot. I was like, oh, shit. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Bed frames.
Oh, no worries, man.
Get the IKEA joint, just
chopping it up.
Slide like two pieces together, and that's it.
They send a whole car and it'll be in a box like this flat, and like you would just build the whole car out from there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, Amazon stuff too. Oof, that's about a night.
Yeah. Amazon.
It's always those confusing instructions too, where it's like, okay, what do I do?
You ever buy something on Amazon that you could go get
pictures, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just like basic pictures, and it's like you have to find the subtleties, and it's like, why doesn't this look like? It's like, oh,
why does it say that I need an Allen wrench?
Those are American instructions. Like Japanese instructions, they like show the picture, they show it from like 8 different angles, like all computer and clean. Like, and then you look at American instructions, it's all blotchy and it's illustrated like terribly, and you're just like, oh.
I'm trying to build a car engine. There's no
Yeah.
words on this thing.
Shit, you think that's bad? You should look at something. You buy something with Chinese instructions.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much.
It's
That's
like-
how
it's
most
like they
American
use-
instructions
It's like they
are.
used a pen, just drew some
Yeah.
shit with a pen, pointed with the arrow, and was like, "Hammer here."
Good luck, motherfucker.
Lots
You'll
of
figure
English.
it out. Your dumb ass will figure. Your white ass figure it out. Yeah. You buy from Amazon, you get shitty instruction.
Like my kid
I can
put
say
this
these
together last
jokes.
night.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I can
that-
say
that's
these
pretty
jokes.
much your Chinese pass.
Yes. I can
Well,
do
your
these.
Thai, which
Mhm.
I don't know if you can call it that kind of pass.
Thai is Indo-Chinese, so it's all 3.
Mhm.
It's India, Chinese, and Thai. So I got all
That's
those
the
catalogs.
continent. That's the
Mhm.
continent.
Yeah. Actually, I think my grandfather on my mom's side was part Indian. And then my grandmother was more Chinese. So I got them all. But I will not do
Okay.
Indian jokes. I might though. I might.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
If the liquor starts pouring, well,
I will
just
drop a
wait until we
Nigerian
get
joke
the,
in a heartbrother.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Please,
Wait,
All
brother,
the
brother,
cards that we
just
can
need-
play.
I just need your social security, your bank, and your routing number. That is all we need. And I will send you half of my 40 million naira. It's like,
Oh, this sounds like a great deal. Uche, where do I send the money? You know how they get you with those scams? They be like, they make you think that you're gonna get paid off, but you can't play a
Free
player.
lunch.
I
kids.
somehow have to pay to get paid.
Yeah. Or they do it the way they take advantage of old people. They make it seem like they just got overpaid and they're like, oh, if you just give me the cash back, we'll be square. You know, and I'd be just the problem is
Nope.
I'd be like, oh, you didn't messed up.
Right,
Sorry.
exactly.
I don't know you.
How are you? My
Build a better
name
mousetrap.
is
Mhm.
Ikechukwu Onyazi. I'm a royal prince from Owerri, Nigeria. I have 50 million USD in a bank in London. Listen to me now. You give me your routing and your account number. I will share with you 35 of my 50 million USD for your generosity.
That sounds great, man. Where do I send this?
Yeah,
Do you need my social too? Do you need my credit card number?
How
Because
about my mother's maiden name.
Your social security, your date of birth, your home address. What else?
all that shit, and then so they
Your
just
first-
get you.
Your first pet's name.
Your mother's maiden name.
Elementary
And,
school you went to.
Yes.
and your
The street you grew up on.
your checking and routing number. Are you hearing me now?
I hear you.
All right, let's keep moving. All right, so we just got done talking about this O-line coach who got axed for groping a woman in Mexico City. Obviously, bad move to make, a bad look for the Cardinals, and it's weird that they just call it an incident. They don't want to actually talk about what happened. But
Mhm.
I mean, you got to assume that might be an international lawsuit coming, and those might be they might fuck around and collapse the Cardinals with that.
Honestly,
You never know
that'd be
how
a
those
good
work
thing.
out. They don't work. They don't go by no American laws.
Yeah, but they're well, yeah, you're right. If he's representing the franchise over there, he's
That actually makes
you know.
sense why they would get him the fuck out of there immediately.
yeah, they're like fuck you.
Because-
And if anyone looks like a guy that's gonna grope a woman, that dude looks like it right there.
Hey,
Like, I'm not saying I know that the law says innocent until proven guilty. That dude looked guilty as fuck. Like he just
not
looked
in
like
Mexico, it don't.
grope
Right,
a woman.
right,
like
exactly.
he just looked like he ready to grab some woman that don't want him to.
Just grab him by the pussy.
Yep.
Too
Boss
soon?
said it
Grab
was
him by the
okay.
pussy.
Yeah. President said it was okay.
He's probably in the damn bar. I'm American, god damn it!
Yeah, yeah. That don't get you very far sometimes.
Hey, that'll get you beat the fuck up. You go to the
Yeah.
doing all
You better
that.
say you're Canadian or something.
You better
Yeah.
for real. Don't be
What
out
is this,
there
a
saying,
boot?
Yeah.
What is
the
this?
boot?
What is this? And everybody's looking at you, just waiting for you to say it. You're
You
like,
can't take me.
I'm American, god damn it!
Yeah.
As
I
if
mean,
we
in
didn't.
some
As if we didn't
countries,
know that this guy
Yeah.
was American.
Yeah, it's the loud dude who has a bit of a
Who won't
waist
shut
on
the
him
fuck
and
up
doesn't know
about
how to shut up.
why
Yeah,
they
I
don't
think
have
he's
extra
American.
larges. Why you don't have an extra large smoothie? You only have the 32 ounce and not the 44 ounce.
Mm-hmm.
So he threw a fit about that. Then it's like that one video of the one video of the white dude in the airport who's getting manhandled by the cops.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Geez," he's like, "Geez, oh my god!" He's like, "Oh my god, you're treating me like I'm a fucking black person." That dude was
That sounds like the
shocked.
whitest statement I've ever heard.
Hey,
Like,
it's the whitest. It's the whitest. It's so white. It's so white. Your hair will turn silver.
yeah.
This motherfucker was
You're
shocked.
treating
He was
me
like,
like
"Oh
a-
my god!" He's like, "Why are these cops bodying me up?" And then he hits the ground on his chest, and he looks right up at the camera, and he's like, "Oh my god, you're treating me like I'm a fucking black person."
I mean, he might as well just drop the N-bomb at that point. Like, that's the most, like, that's
That's all
pretty
that's
racist
left.
to
That's
say
all that's
that.
left.
Yeah,
Tell you what,
that's the
people-
last.
People
The
don't
man
realize
was
if you pull that
genuinely
shit, the
fucking
cops
shocked.
don't care. They're going to beat the crap out of you regardless.
Yeah,
He
they're
was
already
genuinely
beating the.
And that's what he don't realize. In the airport, they don't give a fuck who you are.
No,
They don't care.
Consider you a terroristic
White
threat, man.
dude-
you're
black
threatening
dude.
their safety.
Well,
Like,
you
you
just
threatened
being a-
security,
you being
baby.
an asshole.
Yeah.
He was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But yeah, so let's keep it moving. We kind of derailed there.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just came in just derailing shit. That's what
you
I
good,
do.
You good.
I just be
Let's
knocking
get
the train
into
off the
our
track.
picks. Let's get into our games of the week. Week 12 in the NFL. Shit is getting real.
It is getting real.
It is getting real in the battlefield. And for me, in my predictions, I got 9 out of 9 out of 16 right in my selections.
That's not bad.
I think we all missed on the Broncos Raiders because we just said fuck it, it's a tie. They both suck. But I missed on 4 others outside of that. So probably the best week that I've had in the predictions.
Yeah, this one
Probably
went,
the best week. I think
pretty
8 was
much
the best
according
I
to
did
plan.
before.
yeah, this one was pretty spot on for everybody, I think.
Yeah, I think we were all on this one. I mean, who could have saw New York fucking dropping it to the
I saw it.
Lions?
I saw
Yeah,
it.
you ain't had faith in them all year though.
Yeah,
I think that's
rightfully
every
so.
Giants fan, though. Like
Rightfully
every Giants
so.
fan I talked to said, like, yeah, that's going to be a trap game.
And
Yeah,
it was a trap game.
It was
I
a
mean,
trap.
if you looked at that game from the outside before it started, you would have been like, yeah, these cats are getting a little warm. Even though they still ain't got a good record, don't let it fool you. When a team wins 2 in a row, they can be a problem.
Yeah, they
'Cause now
can beat
think,
anybody.
Now they think the season's turning around.
They start figuring things out. They on like a
Yeah.
streak in Madden. Mhm.
Yeah. That shit can really
10-point morale
I mean,
boost.
dude, I don't know if I've told y'all this story, but I'm going to give y'all this quick vintage game, vintage Jaguars. This is 2008, my second year, first year as a starter. This is the only game in my career that I got fucking benched because I was getting my shit rocked. I was like, they're running games on me. I'm like, what is going on? We worked on this one game all week in practice. All week. I'll never forget it. We worked on this one stunt. This is when the snap front first came up. You know, 2 linebackers in the A-gaps.
Oh yeah.
And the Bengals ran this. Whew, I'm starting to get motherfucking. I'm starting to have a night terror right now.
Flashback.
just thinking about it.
Flashback. Yeah.
Oh,
Acid.
sweat,
Uh-huh.
trimmers.
Hey man, these cats ran this down and around that I was never ready for all week in practice. This shit rocked my ass. And my coach, oh man, Andy was like, God damn it, Uche, listen, I've got kids. I've got kids. You have to make
Right.
this block.
Right.
I'm like, I
got
got it.
Right.
He fucking draw it up on the grease board. Uche, what do you got here? I'm like, that guy wrong. I'm like, God damn. I don't understand this game. What is this? We go out there to play a fucking 1-8. My bad. 0-8 Cincinnati Bengals.
Ooh.
We're what are we? We are 4-3. And we go out there to play an 0-8 Cincinnati. And we fucking lose by 2 points. Now, I would put this on me because as soon as they sat my ass down, they went down the field and scored a touchdown.
No, come on.
But they sat my ass down because they ran that one fucking stunt. They had run this shit all game. It's like end of the third quarter almost. They run this stunt on a 3rd and long. I'm talking about, when you think you're blocking the right guy, then you realize you're not blocking the right guy. So you start to like swing back to block the right guy, but the guy who is like supposed to take you out runs right through your hip and you just collapse down in like, oh, and you watch the looper running around. You're like, oh my God.
Nothing you could do.
He hit Dave Garrard in his ribcage so hard as he's throwing the ball. Oh, it was, I guess, if he would have fumbled it, it would have been a sack fumble. But he hit him. He blew through his. I saw his ribcage just fold. I'm like, damn.
That shit must have hurt.
I said, that shit definitely hurt. Ball just went straight up in the air. And you just see fucking DB over there just like, interception.
Uh-huh.
I get to the sideline. O-line coach comes over, just taps me on the shoulder. Uche, puts his arm around me. Come over here with me, brother. Said,
Get him next week.
so just stay next to me on the sideline for the rest of the game. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean?
Why me? What?
I'm sorry.
Right.
Anyways,
I let my team down.
after that game, I'm on the bus, right? My fucking dad calls me. My dad don't call me after no damn games. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Uche. How are you doing now? I'm like, I'm good. He's like, tell me, how do you all lose to the winless Bengals? And I'm sitting there like, well, these things just ain't come together. Thinking in my head, yeah, I fucking sucked. I got benched. Yeah, it was me. It was my fault. He's like, how do you all lose to a winless team like this? What is your coach? What game is your coach calling there?
But you didn't tell Pops.
Right.
Right.
Hell no. I was like, shit, I don't know, Dad.
I don't know what they're doing out there, man.
I don't know what they're doing. We was running the ball. It was working. And they decided they want to throw it every down. Like, whoever is making that calls, they should be fired. The quarterback is getting blasted every play. I'm like,
I don't know.
He's out, Dad. He's out.
Right. You don't ever call me. Now you want to call me. I just had the worst game of my life.
Why is that your quarterback? Why is your quarterback getting off his back every play? Why is he getting up off the ground every play? Who is blocking for that man? Is that you? I'm like, no, it's not me.
Yeah.
What's going on with the other O linemen?
Did he
Surely
figure
it's
it
not
out?
you.
He was
It
like,
can't be
why
you.
is it off the left side every time?
Wait, that's
Wait
where
a
you
minute.
are.
Yeah.
Sorry, son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
Do you want to
I don't
come
know why
home?
that story came up, but happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, you got a $20 super bomb.
We got
right
a
there.
super chat here. Kevin Von
What's up,
Magnum.
Von
There
Magnum?
you go.
There you go. What's up?
Friend of the show.
Yes.
So with
Known
Todd
Titans
Downing
fan.
news of his DUI, Uche, have you or Blaylock ever had death threats due to performance, or had a teammate or a coach have had them? Yeah. Both.
Oh shit.
Both.
Ooh.
Another quick story. This one will be quicker than the last one. Khalif Barnes, our left tackle. I'll never forget this because they played it on TV my entire fucking rookie summer in Jacksonville. I was like, man, this is their go-to with Khalif. They played a video. He got pulled over for a DUI. He was doing 140
right.
down I-95. They got video of him in the back seat talking cash shit about Jacksonville, and the camera's just sitting there showing him. He's going, man, I hate this old KKK devil ass city. Fuck Jacksonville. Ain't nothing but a bunch of racist rednecks out here anyway. Da 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 da. And so he got I know he got a ton of backlash. Like he was saying he was getting like Facebook messages talking shit to him, and all stuff like that. And for me, I talked shit about Tim Tebow with the fans. When they asked me about him, I talked shit about him because it wasn't shit. It was true. All of it was true. But those Jacksonville fans at the time, that was who they wanted. They wanted Tim Tebow to be our pick. And nobody in Jacksonville won. None of the coaches or GMs had any desire to even go near Tim Tebow. But I talk cash shit. Next thing I know, my sister's calling me. This is like in the summertime too. So it's like we're not even in football. We haven't even started OTAs. We're like just doing workouts. And my sister calls me. She's like, "What the hell did you say about Tim Tebow? Why are you on the front of Yahoo.com?" I'm like, "Huh? What do you mean?" She's like, "Yeah, there's a picture of you on the front page of Yahoo.com." And I go to Yahoo.com. I'm like, "Oh shit, your boy's in it. Your boy's national. I made it.
There
I
you
made
go.
it." And I read through it. It shows the whole post that I put up about how bad Tebow was. Dude, I tell you what, I got on my Facebook. I had like 400 messages from Tebow and Gator fans, and they were like, "We're coming to your fucking house. We're gonna fucking kick your ass. Tebow's got more talent in his whole fucking body, in his pinky, than you got in your whole body."
Right.
And of course,
All caps.
there was a lot of N-words all up and down my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I actually tried to go find those messages.
Not from the evangelicals.
Facebook.
No, I
Oh.
don't believe you.
Bro,
No.
oh my
I
God,
don't
dude!
believe
They were putting up pictures of black people being hung in the 50s or
What?
the 40s and 50s. They were sending me pictures of that on Facebook.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Like a year ago, I tried to go back and find them. I went all the way back to 2009. I went all the way back to my messages from 2009. Facebook deleted them.
Really?
They're all deleted. I didn't delete them.
Is there like a yearly limit? Because sometimes, was it like there's like a 5-10 year limit on PMs before they delete them? I guess that's the only thing I can think of.
Well, no, there were a lot that I didn't like, that I saw what they were saying, but I didn't open it up. So that could have been something. But the ones that I did read, because I responded to a few of them, I was like, "Man, fuck you! You come and see me, motherfucker!"
Yeah.
But
Now you're like the dude from the Raiders. I got your ass, man.
Hey,
Come on, motherfucker.
hey, if it was
Fuck your
Instagram,
ass up.
that might have been my ass. That might have been my ass if it was Instagram back then. We just had Facebook and Twitter. Twitter had just started. Shoot. So, I was like, "Motherfucker, you can taste my bullets, bitch." All that shit. I was going ham. And then I was like, "Yo, there's a lot of these." I'm like, "Oh, shit." So I call up our security, our Jaguar security. I'm like, "Yo, I'm just letting y'all know, like, there are motherfuckers who were saying they're going to find out where I live at. They're going to come get me." Like, there's like hundreds of messages.
Yeah,
and the Jags, I sent them a couple of the messages like, "Look, they're threatening me. Like, they're going to try and come kill me." So they had a JSO officer sitting right next to my house for 3 days. Like, just, they swap out like every 6 or 8 hours. One pull up, another one pull out.
Really?
Because they were, because I lived by myself at that time. So I was like, "Motherfucker, come get me."
Right.
Shit, I'm going to be like, it's going to be like belly up in this bitch. You're going to see a motherfucker come sliding out the roof. Turn my whole house into a booby trap.
Somebody that makes that threat, most of the time
They're not really doing anything.
Yeah, of course.
They're just they're talking BS. They wouldn't say that to your face.
Right.
I knew that, right? Like, I knew that. This is a bunch of people talking bullshit. But also,
but they'd ask you for an autograph.
Sean Taylor had just been
Yeah.
killed.
They'd be like, "Hey, Uche, big fan."
So the cops were like, so they were like, "We're going to send a cop out there," because Sean Taylor had been killed in that same kind of, he got killed by a home intruder. So, that was as far as the whole death threat thing went for me.
Never had that happen. Anything close to it. Thank
Wow.
God. I'm
terrified.
shit,
I was a little bit of
Yeah.
I was a troll. I'm an internet troll for real. And I was doing it back then. I was talking shit to kind of piss people off too.
Right.
And I knew
But
that there were
still,
so many Gator fans in Jacksonville.
if you're a troll though, like just like someone calling you the N-word, like that's and death threats, that's out of bounds. Like someone can be like, look, your opinion is garbage, like, and back it up, and you would respect that, right? You'd be like, okay,
yeah, I wouldn't
like
trip.
you brought
Like, I
some
don't trip.
points.
If you actually like talk some good shit to me, I will laugh at that shit and be like, yo,
Like, okay,
okay,
yeah,
you got me.
you got one
Yeah, you
in, but
got
try this.
Yeah, like some fans, like they insult other teams and they know, like they do their research, right? And they just bring up funny shit, and it's not meant to offend them, but they like try to get under people's skins. Like they just know what they're doing.
No doubt. Yeah, that's true. It's true. So I mean, that's as far as it's gone for me. But let's go ahead and get into these picks. We can get through this, fairly quickly, so people can get back to their Thanksgiving's festivities.
Yeah, keep building my bed frame, my flagship bed frame.
Can't have you sleeping on the floor, man.
Yeah, can't have me sleeping on the floor.
All right, let's reverse the order here. Let's start from the backside.
Right.
Let's start Green Bay at Philadelphia.
That's an easy one.
I don't know if I'm as confident in saying Philadelphia just takes this game as I would have been 2 weeks ago.
They played down hard that last game. They got lucky.
They did play down pretty hard.
That was Steelers-esque in the way they played down to competition.
And then just stole it at the very end. Like, we win.
55 minutes of
they're like,
5 minutes of playing up.
We're done fucking around. Let's go ahead and win the game, and then they won.
Yeah.
That's a good team will win when they don't have it. You know what I mean? Like they're just like, we don't have it today, but we're still gonna win.
Ugly games.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't really care about coming out here, so that's why it feels like you're in this. But don't worry, fourth quarter, that's some old Kansas City Chiefs shit. Fourth quarter, we're going to come back from 17 down.
Because
we're going to win.
The better team.
We're going to be ahead with 4 minutes left still.
Right. You're a losing football team, and there's a reason why, and we will find out. We will figure it out.
So with this game, I mean, of course, I'm going with the Eagles, but I think it'll be I think this will be a. You know what? I don't know. Green Bay's still garbage. They're still garbage.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just go with Philly straight up on this.
Sometimes they can just summon up that old A-Rod, but it's usually only against the Cowboys or the Bears.
A-Rod broke his thumb in week 5, which they're going to probably use it as an excuse. But how does that explain the other games? He was pretty bad, like for the other games too.
He broke his thumb.
Well, you saw that he had that.
He's been playing on it.
Like some ace bandage on his fucking thumb.
Oh, he's got the little splint on it, basically.
Yeah, get the fuck out of
I don't know why they just don't shut him down. Like, you're not gonna make the playoffs now. Like,
they'll shut him down in a week or so once they realize
they can't.
If they lose the next game or two, they're gonna shut him down just to see what they have in Jordan Love.
So Grossi was talking about that today. Is like, there's no way because they either have to pick up Love's option and to trade Rodgers would be too much of a hit. Like, they can't. His contract is so like immovable. He's coming back next year, basically. Was what he said. I mean, Grossi knows those Packers, so I would take his word for it.
I trust what he said about it.
Seems like he's got him over. He's got him over a barrel for a long
time. Hey, he backed him into a corner. This is Eli Manning. It happens to every quarterback, man. Like, you make all the money and then you become an albatross for your team, and they have to either shed you somehow or let you retire. I mean, most teams know what they're getting into when they're letting you ride off into the sunset. I mean, they know that the backlash would be incredible from the fans to let a legend walk, so they just put up with it, and they're like, all right, well, thanks, you won us a championship. You know,
a decade ago.
Yes.
A matter of fact, nobody in the organization outside of the board of executives, nobody's even still here from that.
Yeah. But the owner usually is, you know.
Well,
for 31 publicly
31 teams,
yeah. But
all right. So I think we all could agree Philly should take this game.
Yes,
I got Philly there.
It's unanimous. Unanimous.
Unanimous.
Yeah, I'm glad you got what I was saying.
New Orleans at San Francisco.
Niners.
I think Niners are on this one again. Yes, I think Niners take it. Niners look dangerous, bro. Fuck, here we go again.
Yeah, yep.
Jimmy
Here they
G,
go.
No
You
one's
know
in the
what,
world playing
y'all-
them in the playoffs. Them and Tennessee are teams that you don't want to play in the playoffs.
No, I feel like Tennessee is the team you want to play in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Tennessee,
They give it up.
Shot it.
I'm just thinking you don't want
They
to get beat
give
up
it
too bad.
up. Yeah, you just can't let that running game go crazy like the Ravens did that one year.
You don't know,
Right.
man. Like Tennessee, you don't know which Tennessee you're gonna get. Like you get the team that was the top seed and went out in the first round last year, or you could just get that Tennessee that made it all the way to the AFC Championship game that just freaking bludgeoned people. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the smart money is to make Tannehill beat you. You know, like, and that's.
But
what,
if you catch him on an off night, he'll fuck around and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh my God, Tannehill. Like, that's what happened to Baltimore.
Yeah, 2 or 3 nights a
Tannehill
year.
for like 400 yards, like 3 touchdowns.
But then last year he was awful. Like he was terrible.
Last year he single-handedly lost him that damn game.
Yeah. First pass of the game was a pick. I was like, oh.
Here we go again.
Top seed going down. Already. Damn. That's rough. Wow. Bad Tannehill showed up.
Leif says,
Tannehill.
Justin, who's the toughest D lineman you faced?
Oh God. I would say a motivated Albert Hainsworth.
Really?
So contract year.
Contract Albert Hainsworth.
He was a shit wrecker in Tennessee.
Oh,
I
yeah.
play him that year.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
think-
God.
Look,
This cat was everywhere.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, just like you just said, I have not played it. I played against a lot of Pro Bowl DTs,
Yeah.
and none of them were anywhere near as good as Hainsworth was
really?
that contract year.
Yeah.
That contract year, dude. I mean,
Do you think that
It was like
he
it was like he was playing with Tiger Bomb on his nutsack the whole fucking
Right.
game.
Right. Do you think he had some type of extra like
he was taking Adderall. He was taking Vyvanse. Him and a
that
bunch
was
of
it? That's the
him and a-
difference? Just a little bit of Vyvanse?
Yeah. Bro, I took Vyvanse my entire career. Like cats were, and this was not something that was known at the time. Cats were getting on Vyvanse in Jacksonville because they were like, Uche. Because they're like, you taking that Vyvanse? I'm like, yeah. They're like, how's that shit work? How's that shit feel? I'm like, shit. I was like, yo, that bitch made me like twice the football player. I can understand why it's banned. You have to have an exemption. But a lot of football players do have ADD. So you can test, and the NFL makes you go through like a 3 battery independent test to neurological, psychiatric. Like you have to go through different people to get exempted for that. I had to do that because I really, I've been diagnosed since I was like 6th grade, but I didn't take medicine until college.
What's it like, speed or something?
It's basically methamphetamine. Yeah.
Okay.
But
it's amphetamine, yeah.
Dude, Vyvanse literally it literally slowed the game down to a crawl. I was at the line of scrimmage just calling out the defense. Looks like cover 3, boys. Here comes the dog blitz, boys. Packer.
And you knew it.
But I knew it. And the thing is, but this is the thing. This is the other side of it. When you're taking attention deficit medicine, what does it do? It's an amphetamine. It speeds your heart up.
Yeah.
So like it took me like 2 months of taking it once every 2 days during OTAs and training camp to be able to fucking handle it. It's like because you can run all day, your legs don't get tired.
Yeah.
But your fucking heart starts
take that shit and work out.
racing.
Yeah.
Your heart races, but your body just keeps going because you don't feel no strain.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll never forget, dude. There was one day I was like, these niggas is gonna make this shit illegal soon. Because I feel like I'm gonna fucking have a heart attack right here on this field. And I'm like,
you
And
couldn't
there's
stop.
like two other linemen who were also taking Vyvanse. And we're fucking looking at each other after we got done with the 2-minute drill. I'm like, he's like, it's like, yo, I don't know. But
I mean, that's what happened to Corey Stringer, man. He just took too much and he fucking.
but
he died.
you know, as long as it's like conditioning, right? You get
Right.
through a certain amount of conditioning, and then your body adjusts, and it doesn't bother you no more.
Right.
So it didn't bother me no more after the first initial.
Right, yeah. Once
week.
your heart understands what's up, like,
Well, I
it's
think
like,
he also had
this is what
he
we're
also
doing
had
now.
an enlarged heart.
Oh,
Yeah,
Corey
and
Stringer?
so
yeah.
I don't know
so
if that
the
was
point
congenital
here,
or not.
yeah, that's probably because you have an enlarged heart, then you can't your heart
you already
can't
have
pump enough
AFib.
blood.
Yeah.
So I remember.
Ironically, you lost your train of thought
ADD
talking about
kicked
ADHD.
ADD kicked in right again. Damn it! Give this man his pills.
So
Dude. Oh, go ahead.
in the game, and this is why I was really telling that story. As somebody who was on Vyvanse, I could tell he was on Vyvanse.
Really?
And because at the end of every drive, they would go to the sideline and they would be throwing up.
Really?
And they'd be like down in water. And we're in fucking Tennessee. It's not even hot. It's like, why are they over there fucking dry? Like, I'm sitting on the bench. I'm like, huh. And then the next day or 2 days later in ESPN, they're talking about these cats got popped for amphetamines.
Really?
They were taking, and they said that they were taking prescribed Vyvanse. I was like, that's why they were fucking like, that's why they looked like they were playing in Jacksonville every drive. Like Hainsworth would come in for like 2 plays and he'd be out. He'd be done, spent, and then he'd come back out, but he's going ball to the wall.
Damn, yeah.
I'm talking about clubbing with his whole waist, just
feeling not a lick of pain, That's crazy.
So,
like the unlock to sometimes physical is for the mental. If you're an elite athlete, like,
dude, it
is
changed
to have the
whole
desire to go all out,
Bro, that shit changed my entire demeanor in playing football. It made the game easy. It made the game a lot not easy physically, but it made it easy. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, it made it kind of easy physically.
Man,
It made it easier physically. It made it like a cinch mentally. Like because my problem with my ADHD is I will not remember anything unless I write it down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if I'm like on my medication. If I write it down, then it's locked in and I won't lose it. Other than that, I have to actually physically be coached on how to do it on the field, or I won't. You can't draw nothing on the board. I won't remember that. I won't remember it. It won't register. I'll be confused. But if you let me write it down, draw it up myself in my notes, and then show me on the field, I'm a visual learner on the field.
Right. You got it. And you're probably that type of person like me, where if you see it once, that's it. I got it.
Yeah, I see it one time on the field, and I got it. And that's when I'm on my medication.
Right.
I'll tell you what, there was one game I forgot my fucking medication. We were playing against Buffalo, and we were in Buffalo, and I fucking forgot. I just didn't check the bag that I usually had it in. I was like, it's in there.
Uh-huh.
And so I didn't, I'm like, where's my fucking Vyvanse at? Oh shit. I'm like, oh shit. It's like, I need that. I'm gonna suck out.
Cancel the game. Cancel it.
Right.
I was like,
Coach,
I'm going locker to locker. Hey, you got some Vyvanse? Huh?
Oh wow.
Never mind, motherfucker.
Now he's fucking Tyrone Biggums. Hey man.
Hey,
You got
luckily,
me smacked, bird.
Eben Britton, our right tackle, he had his. I was able to get a pill from him. And and weirdly enough, he was in a documentary on Netflix about athletes and Adderall.
Really?
And there's literally a picture of me and this motherfucker on the bench looking at the fucking grease board with the O-line coach. And he's like, yeah, man, Uche and me and Eugene Monroe. I mean, that was our lifeline. I'm like, whoa.
Hey, why are you
man.
me?
I did not give you permission.
Right. I did not give you permission to snitch on me.
There were people in Atlanta like sending me screenshots from the fucking documentary. Like, hey, it's you. I'm like, what? Whoa, what?
Like, no, it must
I
be
go
another
look at
Uche.
it.
Gotta be another Uche.
I'm like,
Man, everybody's taking that shit. I used to take that shit and go to work. Like I couldn't work without it. Like, and I didn't have a prescription. I just, it belonged to my
He got
kids.
him some
Dude,
Oh,
10 milligrams of Adderall, like, and that was the prescription for my kids. And I was like, if my kid is this fucking high every day, like, you got to be
dude,
fucking
I
kidding me.
take 70 milligrams.
I can't believe that they give it to children though, and that's like their
Yeah. My parents
cure,
made me
like
take it when I
for
was a
them
kid.
being hyperactive. I'm like, I guess it works, but like I was like, dude, this is no, because I would take that shit and I'd be like you, Uche. I would go to work and I would remember all the shit and I would like be super focused and I would like, yeah, if you consider it on the field, like in your daily job in your life, it's also a performance enhancer. Like, I was getting a lot of fucking work done. Let me tell you, I was like MVP, employee of the fucking month. Shit.
I want some fucking money
like,
back from all the cats that I played against that were on this shit now.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
man,
out here
telling
just raw dog, natural.
Yeah, but if you're that
Playing
good, if
against
you
these
don't need
fucking-
an edge,
Playing
like
against these
don't.
fucking junkies.
But think about it, like if you don't need an edge, like you don't do it. Like if you can just, that's how Ken Griffey Jr. was. Like he didn't need to cheat or anything. Like he was just fucking good,
But I wasn't Kid Griffey Jr.
Hey, I mean, it's crazy though, because if I didn't have Vyvanse, like it would be like my half of my rookie year, I went without it, like until like the last, because I wasn't out there playing, so like until like the last game when they started me, I wasn't taking it. So all through training camp the next year, I'm like, yo, I'm like, I think I need to get on my Vyvanse because I'm having trouble like keeping the plays in my head. I'm forgetting to play when we're walking up to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
I'm like, God damn, what play they call? What we call? Like, so for me, I was at that point, I was like, yeah, I need to, if I'm going to compete for this starting spot, I need to get, I need to be on top of my shit. And I know that includes me being on my medication because I'm not going to get shit done otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, I did need it. I needed it from the standpoint that it's prescribed for. But
right.
It is a performance enhancement. It does for me because I'm ADD. It doesn't give me that hyperactive effect. I never got the hyperactive effect. I just got the ability to sustain in my conditioning. It was like your conditioning got way better. So you like didn't have an issue getting tired. I never got tired on the field. I would like not even be breathing hard until like play 9, 10, 11. Then I start, because I mean, hell, if you're in Jacksonville, it's hot as shit. You're gonna start breathing hard. But
It don't fucking matter.
But I wasn't, my legs were good, everything. But damn, I forgot where I was going with this.
I said, you need your Vyvanse, yeah.
I needed it, and it made me a better player because it allowed me to like retain my information. But that wasn't an advantage I think I had over.
Right, but it didn't give you a physical advantage. Like your body's your body.
Give me a physical advantage at all.
Well, if you're not getting tired, that's pretty advantageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't getting tired, but
I mean, for the
but
people
that's
that
still-
honestly
ADD,
need it,
if
but
you're
there's
not
enough
ADD
guys
and
that
you
were
take
tricking.
it, you're going to be dying out there.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to go.
Because you're going to be so amped up, you're going to blow your energy immediately.
And there was enough guys that were like not getting the exemptions and not getting the paperwork.
Yeah, that's where I was like, I think that's wrong. Like you're taking a medication that you're not even prescribed for, and if you don't, and they were claiming did they get suspended?
Guys were getting suspended for that.
Guys were getting suspended for that, like because they were saying, "Oh, I'm ADHD," but the NFL don't give a fuck. That shit's banned unless you got an exemption.
I had a few
I got my exemption through the NFL.
I had a few that even had their prescription, but they didn't go through the correct channels, didn't get the paperwork,
and they still got hit,
and they still got popped with the prescription.
Wow,
because the NFL don't care.
No.
They like literally, it says it everywhere. You're responsible for what you put in your body, and we will not even bargain with you. They don't give a fuck who it is. Sean Merriman suspended, and then lights out for real because he ain't do shit after he got off them steroids.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
Uche, have you ever called that fucking hotline?
Hell no, I never called that hotline.
So I called it one time, and of course they're like, "Well, nothing that you just read us is on the list, but
it could be tomorrow, motherfucker.
no, they said, but a lot of these times, these supplement companies don't have great quality control, and there might be something not on the list of ingredients, or it could react with something else in your body to create a positive, and we can't be responsible for that. So the hotline they tell you to call to check and see if what you're taking is okay isn't any fucking use.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah,
like,
because even if they say nothing in there is in it, if you take it 10 minutes later and then get piss tested an hour after that and fail it, they're gonna say, "Hey, you're responsible for what you put in your body. Sorry."
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Because,
motherfucker, it's water.
right. Because the thing with those products, though, is like they can say that they're whatever and no one checks.
Yeah, it's not
them.
FDA
There's no
approved
regulation
or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, and they can make outrageous claims too, and they can just say, "Oh, the FDA hasn't evaluated this." So like, you don't always know like whether you're getting like. I worked in that industry, and like a lot of doctors knew who the shit companies were that would put fake shit in their fucking supplements, and others knew like what the actual good, honest companies were. And I was like, damn, it's like that. Y'all can just lie on the label.
Messed up. Yeah, it's messed up that they can just put whatever they want in, and they're not required to like actually tell you what's in it. So it's like, why? What is the point of this? Who regulates this? No one.
Like
there is no
it's
regulation
very ex post facto. Like it's after whatever the harm is. Like if somebody takes it and then dies of a heart attack, then the investigation is launched. It's like they just
it's not like one person. It has to be enough people die.
Yeah,
a couple thousand.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, like 10 of them died.
It's got to be like 5 professional athletes. Then they're gonna look
right. Somebody and somebody famous, like an actor, you know. That died outside the Viper Room or something, taking fucking bullshit.
Well, I mean, that's cocaine.
But the point I was trying to make is like when they finally pop someone for something, it's because they were probably cheating. You know.
Oh, look, the NFL has the most sophisticated fucking drug testing system,
and it's still very easy to game. Like I don't care.
No, it's not,
dude.
You can't game their shit.
Or whenever you have a big game, there's automatically a drug test.
You can no longer game it. You can't game it with nothing. They don't put strips in your piss. They put your piss in a machine and it evaporates it, and they get to their molecular level of what's in your urine.
Damn.
Well, that's why that's what I'm saying. When they finally catch you, though, like
when they catch you, they know what's going. They know what's good.
Yeah, they know what you're doing.
That's why
because they'd be like, "Oh,
DeAndre Hopkins." I mean, shit, dude. Once they caught you with the piss, I mean, you were on steroids. Which, I mean, you couldn't tell because you're still small. But, hell, your hands are probably twice as strong as everybody else's.
I mean, steroids, they don't make you... I mean, they
give you the capacity to work harder, right?
Yeah. You like the build
steroids
is
allow you to sustain, allow your muscles
and recover
to sustain
better
for longer periods.
Yeah. But
so
I've seen dudes get
you still got to do the work, but...
Yeah, I've seen
you still have to be
huge, though.
Still have to be good.
Yeah,
I know cats who I swore were on steroids and they sucked anyways.
True.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, so all the steroids in the world in me, I'm not going to be able to dunk a basketball. I'm not going to be able to hit a big league home run. Like
you put steroids in me, it's going to do is probably make me look fatter.
And some people remember Josh Barnett, he was a UFC champion. Like he was on steroids and he was fat. Like he was just like, I was like, oh, you don't. And that was his reasoning when he failed. That was his reasoning when he failed the test, was that he was like, look at me, I'm a fat guy. And they're like, nah, you failed the test. Like
I was taking the placebo.
Yeah.
Sugar pills.
Yeah. No, we know you're cheating. Like this is crazy.
Let's keep rolling here. Atlanta at Washington. This game is let me see. What's Atlanta? What's their record? They're 5-6. Okay, so
Atlanta trying to sneak.
Atlanta's in the hunt too. They right there.
If they would stop losing like games that they shouldn't fucking lose, you know.
They're right
in
there.
the South. You got a chance.
They got screwed against Tampa, though.
They did. I mean,
yeah, I think looking at this game, I mean, it's.
I like
our odds.
I do. I like Atlanta on this one.
Really?
I like Atlanta. I think Atlanta has. I mean, look. Marcus Mariota has been a sound quarterback this entire season.
Yeah.
He has been sound. He hasn't been superb, but he has been sound. So, looking at how that has kind of helped steady the ship for them, and they've got playmakers, oh boy, 84 on special teams and as a running back.
Oh,
I mean, that cat balls out.
Cordell?
Scordero.
Scordero. Shoot.
Cordero.
He balls out, man. He balls out. I think
He's a
that
beast.
Atlanta has the
healthy now,
ability
too.
to get this and get it in
I
a solid
think,
way. I don't know if I
think Pitts is down for
What?
the year, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
that.
I think
Torn
he shut
ACL,
down.
torn
Just when they
MCL.
figured it out. Just when they figured him out.
Yeah,
he got a
We
torn
can use
ACL.
Kyle
I mean,
Pitts.
really, he can be back in a month. Which,
Yeah.
well, nah, he has to have
No, wait,
surgery.
it was ACL too.
No, just MCL. Just MCL.
MCL
can heal
But,
by
I mean,
itself.
it's going to take a couple months to rehab. So
Yeah,
the ligament, you
it
got to
does.
get used to it. You got to learn.
I tore my
relearn how to
MCL
walk.
before in college and didn't even tell nobody. And
You just
I
you just
couldn't-
felt the heat in your leg, and you were just like,
oh
guess,
man, I got caught in a pile up in the spring game, and I felt that shit pop, and I was like, oh god,
Oh,
no, the pop. Ended up, I was able. I mean, maybe I did. No, I didn't tear my ACL. It was my MCL because it was the inside of my leg. And
I played with a cat in high school. This was a guy he wasn't going to play in college. This was the end of the road for him. We went through an entire playoff run. This cat had no ACL, playing safety.
Dang.
Just had
Well,
had like a brace and all
It's
type
the
of tape and shit on it.
final countdown.
well, there's no. I mean, there's no nerves in the ligament. So as long as you don't as long as the bone stays in place and you don't plant funny, you get
How
hurt
could
when
you
the
not
bones.
in football though?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
But
hey,
no, I have a torn ACL, my right ACL, and I've learned how to move without stressing it. So
Yeah, that's gonna
there's
ruin
some
other
moves
parts
that
of
you
your
just
body.
can't. Yeah, there's some moves you can't make. I can't plant on that right foot. I'm not gonna. But I also know not to try it. I
Right.
know that that's not gonna be the way that I'm gonna do it.
I mean,
have
Uche,
you considered
we were
getting
in-
surgery for it, like in your age?
It's partially torn, so I can
yeah,
run.
it's probably not
I
that big a
can-
deal at this point.
Yeah, and I'm not playing I'm not gonna cut, and I'm not gonna do a jump. I'm playing baseball on it, and it doesn't. I can swing a bat. It doesn't affect how I swing. So I'm never gonna. I'll probably now ultimately someday I might have to have my knee replaced, but I'm not worried about that shit.
Yeah. I mean, we're in District
young.
95A. We're playing against triple option every week. You're not really
Okay.
having to. You're not having to backpedal and fucking
Right.
cover a deep area.
Downhill.
Right. And he made the whole run on this one.
Yeah.
Damn. And then
It's
at
just-
the
I'm
end
sure
of the
this just-
season,
End of the season. I'm sure he just walked away.
he was like, "I got a
I hung
trick
him
knee."
up.
Uh-huh.
He tells everybody he knows I'd be in the NFL right now if I didn't tear my knee up.
Well, I know somebody like that really happened. This cat Keegan Weir. Do you know who he was? He played for NC State, and it was against Texas. I think was the opening game, and it went into double overtime, and it was on an extra point, and his own lineman fell, and his entire leg went backwards. You know how your leg hyperextends,
Yeah.
it broke
Oh.
that, and then he rehabbed for a whole year, and then the next year the exact same play.
Who was it? Who was that running back for South Carolina that did that?
Lattimore.
Yeah. Where he
Yeah.
kicked himself in the face, basically.
Yeah,
That shit just- ugh.
that shit.
Those are pretty
brutal.
gruesome.
That
to
is
look
the
at.
worst. I mean, I hyperextended my knee before. That shit is not a good feeling. That
Yeah,
shit
that's-
feels like, oh shit, I blew everything out.
Yeah,
It's over. It's over. My whole career.
yeah.
Shit, I mean, fucking Giannis did that in the playoffs 2 years ago. I mean,
And
it
came
obviously
back.
it wasn't as gruesome as Marcus Lattimore, but you could see he landed and it was fully locked out. Fucker missed one game. Those
like I
guys
said,
are-
it's not
he's
painful
lucky.
as long
He's
as, but
lucky.
you got to learn how to move.
Well, he's also a $190.
right.
Yeah. When I did that to mine, when I hyperextended mine, I tore my MCL. I tore my meniscus.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
hurt.
happened. So I had
That
to get
shit
and I didn't even, but when I tore it, I didn't even feel it.
Ooh,
It didn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah.
You didn't feel it. So I didn't know until
That's that T trade,
The day-
baby.
I didn't know till the day before we played Minnesota opening week. I was like, yo, my knee, what's wrong? Because I was getting bone on bone.
Oh,
I was like, what the fuck?
oh.
They're like, oh, torn meniscus. It's not going to get any worse. I'm like, what you mean? That's pretty bad.
Like,
Not
yes,
gonna get better.
you can't get worse than 0.
Yeah. That's some fucking team doctor shit. It's not gonna get any worse.
Shit.
Gotta go to Germany and get
Right,
that Kobe shit.
That means like
So
that's like telling a kid that's already in a wheelchair, like, well,
Damn.
I got some news for you.
Hey,
Well,
Merry Christmas.
well, you know, the good news is it can't get any worse than not walking.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not going to get worse.
Listen, it can't get any worse
All right.
than it is right now.
All right, so next game up, big game here. Big game. This is a big
Big
boy game.
Yeah, I know
New
who's
York
gonna win here.
at Dallas.
Listen,
Three chin strap game.
the Giants are injured to shit. Shane Lemieux's not going. No Evan Neal. Wan'Dale Robinson's already out for the year. They got nobody that can catch the ball. They got nobody that can block. Like, it is going to be ugly. And a team whose identity is predicated around the run and has no offensive lineman to block, like, no.
Not a good
No,
recipe.
dude.
Hey,
And the Cowboys are on fire right now, and they're confident as shit.
They had one game. They're not on fire.
I'm just saying they beat the fuck out of Minnesota, and Minnesota was before that game a Super Bowl contender. So
Look,
this
hold
is gonna
on
be
now, hold
ugly,
on now.
or it's like your
Minnesota
strategy at the
losing that
bar.
game is more Minnesota not showing up ready to play than Dallas.
Okay.
Did Dallas do anything that they don't normally do? No.
I mean, they ran the
same
ball.
old
Did you
offensive
see how
shit.
well they ran
Well,
the ball, though?
I mean, Tony Pollard balled out and got
Yeah, he did ball.
more touches than usual for him.
And the
'Cause
Giants
he
are
usually caps
weak.
out around a dozen.
The Giants,
Yes.
even when healthy, are weak against the run. So it's going to be Pollard and Elliott all fucking day. Like, I'm already resigned to the fact that I'm going to have to eat like more than normal because I'm going to be sad and depressed just watching my team just
Like,
getting
hey,
Get
hey,
drummed up.
Saquon,
right.
why
My
don't you block
diet-
these guys while you run the ball?
Yeah, my diet's about to get ruined. I might even eat bread, like extra bread, just like, oh,
All
fuck.
right, so you're a Cowboys.
Empty-
What about you?
empty
Well, I mean,
calories.
of course, you're Cowboys.
I gotta
JB.
go Cowboys.
How about them?
Giants, motherfuckers.
Oh, there we go.
I'm
Ooh, there
keeping
you
the
go.
faith.
Stradamus is coming back.
Ustradamus predicts the Thanksgiving Day massacre.
Ah,
Oh, a massacre
York,
let's
too.
see
New
it.
York,
Ooh, a massacre.
New York wins with a downhill, tough, run game oriented game plan, and their defense hangs on by a thread late.
I mean, we could be had in the run game. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's how you nullify the Cowboys' defense. You run at them.
yeah,
because
yeah.
they're soft.
Well, like I said, like
They're all pass rushers, and they slant and move
Yeah.
a whole bunch.
Well,
The rest of
rushers
that
are
is
soft up
physical
the middle.
football. Yeah,
yeah.
They don't
Well,
have
that's
a
what I
great
said.
front seven when it comes to taking on traditional play, traditional downhill
Yeah.
plays.
they're
Yeah, if they
undersized.
can
They want to
run-
slant an angle.
Yeah, if they can
Yeah.
run through the A gap and get Parsons like to have to come to the middle and not on the edge, like Parsons is very dangerous on the edge. And if he's living out there, like you're done. If he has to creep in, if he's got to be concerned with, like a runner going past him or getting in the secondary, then you have a chance. You have a chance.
Didn't you just say that your center's out?
Not the center. Gates is playing, but Shane Lemieux, I think. Well, no, is he the center?
Lemieux's out, Neal's out. Oh,
Neal, right guard is out, right tackle, and then another like depth position.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh, right
So
guard, right
it's-
tackle.
It's garbage. I mean,
I
Evan
mean,
Neal.
they just need a good run game. They need a downhill
Yeah.
run game. They need to attack this they need to attack with the intent of attacking the size of the Cowboys because they're not big on defense. You wanna attack their size a little bit, try and rough them up a little bit.
Yeah,
Not going to always be successful, but you want to keep that so you got something to work with in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you can't be discouraged by a 2-yard gain.
No,
yeah. Well, we'll
No, you
see.
can't.
We'll see. It'll
you
be
should
ugly.
be willing to take 10 2-yard gains because it's going to pay off and turn into a 5 to 7-yard gain in the fourth.
Yep.
So
But not this week.
we'll see. Next game up. I'm going to switch up how I do it because that whole starting from the other side kind of threw me off. Going to the AFC.
Yeah, this is
We
going
got the Bengals at Tennessee.
Ooh,
I feel like
interesting match.
we've seen this kind of matchup with Tennessee before. These are kind of okay outside of if they get Jamar Chase back, then it's a bit different. But if he's not back for this game, these teams are almost mirror identical because their run game is a moneymaker. Their passing game, I mean, yes, Burrow's better than Tannehill easily, but not the same kind of confidence in that downfield ball when he ain't got Jamar Chase in there. But he'll still throw it.
But it's not going to be. They're gunning for him to be back this week.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think he was doubtful last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So that I imagine he'll find a way.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it's so funny. The grades of where is like questionable, doubtful, sus. They should just they should change that shit to something more people can understand, like iffy, like maybe.
I also think I think he did
Yes.
participate in practice today, if I'm not mistaken.
They should have. There should be just some little Jewish guy being like, It should be Larry David. Just.
So I would say, okay, Jamar Chase is back. Okay, it's a different game. Bengals are going to win this one.
Hold on, they just said no Joe Mixon.
What?
He's in concussion protocol.
Oh man.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of balances his back out. I still like Cincinnati in this. I think Tennessee. First off, fuck Tennessee. Secondly, they just haven't been able to. They even with this record that they have. It's 7 and 3, 7 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Those four were all games they should have won.
Yeah.
They're not a closer. They can win if they're a front runner.
They're in every game though. Isn't that a
yeah.
good team? Wouldn't you define a good team as being in every game? Like, come on.
Which is odd. A team that's predicated on running the ball should be better at closing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like putting away leads.
And who was it that they played? Was that the game against who was it? He had 92 yards in the first half and like 15 in the second. Derrick Henry.
Shit.
I forget who they were.
Oh yeah,
playing.
they lost that game.
Yeah, and they lost.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of team that they can fuck around and be. Like I don't understand why Derrick Henry doesn't have like 30. Look, bro. If I was a head coach, if I was head coach instead of Vrabel, I'm telling you, our running back core will have close to 45 carries a game. As close to 45 carries as I can get.
I mean, do you want to just use him up in a week 3 matchup? Like you want
No, he's not. Yeah, he's not getting 30 carries every game. He's gonna get 20 every game. You want 20 every game if you're a running back. That's a complete game.
Yeah.
We're not throwing you the ball, motherfucker. You can't catch like that.
Although he's starting to do some more things.
I mean, he's thrown the ball. He threw for a touchdown.
He's got the jump pass.
Yeah, he threw for one.
That shit was dope.
I'm saying we're not checking down to you.
Oh yeah.
You're not even in the game when we're running check downs.
I ain't looking for your ass if no one else is open.
You know what I mean? Like, so you can live with 20 carries because you're not having to do anything else.
Right.
But
I'm not going to ask you to be
core
picking up linebackers.
Yeah, that running back core would be averaging close to 45 touches a game. They got to, because that's what we do.
Could you imagine if Henry was a threat out of the backfield? They wouldn't be able to stop. Like the only way that they stop him now is they're like, "Oh, Henry's in the backfield. We got to put 8 in the box."
And everybody starts diving at his fucking ankles immediately.
Yeah. But if he was a threat out of the backfield, they'd be like, "Oh fuck, what do we do now?" Like he can catch.
And he's 6'4".
There's gonna be a running back someday that's like
6'4". You could put him at fucking 1 at the wideout at WR1 and be like, "Hey, just run a go route on him. We'll lob it to you." I would do it if I was Vrabel, except he can't catch. I would not trust him to catch a ball like that.
Isn't that insane? Like you could be gifted like in so many areas, but except for one thing.
Dude is 6'4". He's taller than all the receivers.
Right. But he just can't catch.
But also 250.
Yeah.
Still as fast.
Yeah. And he's still
crazy how
DBs.
To me, like how many, like I don't know. Anyways, I like Tennessee
Yeah.
in this game, honestly. At home too, Tennessee, they're my cover gods. They're my boys.
I mean, I
They
can see this
cover.
being a coin toss right here.
Yeah, it's a closer game than we're probably
Especially
imagining
with no
it
Joe
to
Mixon.
be.
I think it
Or
is.
if Joe
honestly.
Mixon can't go, which
Mixon
I
a
guess
beast.
Samaje Perine
good.
did well against the Steelers defense, though, so I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference per se. And also, how banged up is the Titans' defensive line still? That's my question. Like, is Bud
Oh, yeah, they
Dupree
did have
coming
that
back?
good-
Is I know Hooker's been kind of banged up. Cunningham's been a little banged up. So it varies to me.
Ain't nobody healthy at this point. We're week
Pretty much.
what,
True.
11?
Yeah, there's
Nobody's
nobody
healthy.
who's 100%. Everybody's playing
Yeah.
from 85%, 75% and up.
Ain't nobody
Depending.
100%.
first,
All right,
first
so
day of
we
training
got,
camp is the last time you're 100%.
So
Yeah.
are we split on this? 2 for 2, 2 and 2?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so. I'm
But you call it, Uche. You call it.
I mean, I'm going with the Bengals on this. I just feel like that's the right move to make.
Bengals. This next one's easy. You don't even.
Yeah, we don't even got to talk about that one.
You
Miami
dare
gonna go
doubt
down.
Kyle Allen? Come on.
Oh, that's right.
Miami's balling, yo.
All right,
They're
make an
balling.
argument for these bastards then, since you want to. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure. I have Miami.
They licking their chops for that first round pick.
They over there telling the backups, get ready, you gonna play this week, motherfucker.
They're calling CJ Stroud illegally.
Hey, he was good for like 3 weeks in Carolina. And then he fell to shit.
They've already emailed Bryce Young trying to pretend that it's like a nil deal, but they're like, nah, you're gonna work for the Texans.
Damn.
Baltimore in
Pretty smart.
Jacksonville.
Interesting.
This one's tough.
This is gonna. I actually think this is a trap game for Baltimore.
Trap game.
Because what they don't want to get caught doing is thinking just because the Jags are 3-7. Well, they're 3-7, and they were one score in on all of these games except for maybe one or two. They lost by one score, I believe, in almost all their losses.
They have a plus 11 point differential.
Wow.
They what now?
They have a plus 11 point differential on the year. Because of that, the way they crushed the Chargers that one week.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I mean, so
they're not a traditional 3-7 team.
I'm still gonna take Baltimore, but that's great.
Oh, look at you sons of bitches! I'm over here trying to make a case for my boys. These boys, and look, they're playing in Duval now. Don't get it twisted.
No, I don't think they're gonna take out to the woodshed.
Stadium in the
Okay,
NFL,
so it'll be
but
closer. Yeah. Maybe they'll feed them some rat food.
They gonna have some
rat droppings.
They gonna get some rat shavings in their fucking in their travel food.
Dude, every restaurant has rats. It's just you hope that they don't like come out.
Catch them.
You know. Yeah.
It varies on how many rats, honestly.
Yeah. It's the amount of rats. Like, oh, you got like 3 of them. That's too much. Like one is okay, guys.
Problem is with Jacksonville, they had a couple dead ones and like 163 rat droppings, and that's a
yeah. They're like, you got to be able to find that and like take care of it immediately.
Yeah, that means you got a fucking nest somewhere, motherfucker.
Yeah. Like you're fucking up. Like, come on,
honestly,
traps.
a nest at a football stadium,
Mm-hmm.
shit. You could
Good
be
luck.
talking about 50. You could be talking about 100 rats.
Yeah, and that's just the front office.
Oh, their food.
What's the thing when they get like a big ball of them together and they're just like swarming on top of each
Oh,
other?
I don't even want. Yeah, like the field mice do that.
No, there's like a slang term for it or something. It's fucking disgusting to think about.
Is it a real thing?
Yeah, hold on.
Fucking
We'll
rats
find this
killed 1/3 of the world's population because they're fucking fleas and shit.
The mosquitoes killed the other.
Yeah, the mosquitoes killed the rest. Fucking mosquito. Fuck a mosquito. Fuck a cricket. Fuck a cockroach. Fuck a wasp. Fuck a snake. I'm gonna list all the fucking animals I hate. Get the fuck out of my face.
Okay, it's called a rat king.
Oh, when it just looks
when
like
they all tangle up.
Yeah,
big whirling dervish.
so it's just like I guess the tails get caught together.
Oh
There's-
yeah.
What's it called? It's called a rat what?
Rat king, like king and queen.
AING?
Yeah.
I gotta see this.
So imagine like Yes.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna look at it. I don't.
You
even
just want to
care,
like
man.
fucking stab your eyes out.
Yeah, it's something.
No, that's not what
That's-
I thought it
and
was
that's-
going to be at all.
And that's what you guys have.
That's not what I thought it was going to be at all.
You thought it was gonna be Splinter.
Ugh.
What?
I thought it was
What's
going to be like
called,
a
blue
big
waffle?
like snowball of rats just in a big roll, just rolling down the hill.
Oof.
It was like a what?
I've seen that before. I know what
It's
that
one of
is,
those.
yeah.
It's like
I
the two
heard it.
fucking
girls.
hate rats.
It's probably worse than 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh, I've never seen 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I should
Oh,
do that in
God.
like 5 years. Do my reaction to 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Because everyone's done it, you know. But it'd be like a throwback.
Oh my god, yeah. Chat, please don't even look it up. It's not worth it.
Oldie but a goodie.
Trust me, you're not missing a
Are you-
goddamn
were,
thing.
were you one of the early watchers, Justin? Like you were
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
that
Ooh,
sounds
the
like I
first time
should
I
watch
seen-
that.
Right.
First
I
time I
was like,
seen
oh,
Two
man,
Girls,
this'll
One
be-
Cup, I was fucking. That was my rookie year. I almost
think
threw
I
up
was-
in the equipment training room because
I
that's
think
when
I
we
was
were all
like-
looking at it.
catatonic for 10 minutes.
Yeah, just like what? What is this?
Who?
Oh my
why?
god! I think like that's the
Why?
only
What?
thing that's actually literally been banned from the internet is Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you can still
Mhm.
find it in like 10 seconds. I'm sure.
But
I'm sure
but
someone's
I
made
actually
an
heard, I
animated
heard that it was
version.
I heard that it was actually fake. That it was not. Actually
I heard it
real
as
food.
like soft serve ice cream or something.
Yeah, like yogurt that they just pumped in their
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
I
I mean, even that's disgusting, though. Come on, like,
Come on, man.
you all right? You all right? The trauma's coming back. All right, let's go to the next game. Okay, let's go to the next game.
All right, so I'm going with my Jags here. I think we sneak this one out. I think we sneak it.
I
Oh,
can
you
see
fucking
either
throw
or.
Baltimore. Y'all kiss my
I don't
ass.
have any faith in the Jags, man.
I
Come
gotta
on.
leave you by yourself here, man.
Yeah, Baltimore's defense is too strong. I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah, you're on an island right now.
We done played against a strong defense before. You know when they did it? Last time we did it was a Monday night game. I was playing. Everybody's like, "Oh, Jacksonville's gonna fucking get their ass kicked." Here comes Ray Lewis, Lodi Nada, and the boys. We won that game 12-9.
Yeah, you grinded it out.
Barn burner.
Field goals.
Real barn burner there.
Yeah.
All field goals. Could nobody get in the goddamn end zone. All right, next game up, we got Steelers at Colts.
Oof, this
Mm.
is
Go,
This is
we're
a
going for
pick 'em.
another tie.
This is
There's
a
no way
pick 'em
the
if I've
Steelers-
ever
no way the
seen one. I
Steelers
bet you
fuck
the line has to be like pick 'em. Like
There's
or the
no way
like
the
Colts
Steelers
favored
fuck
by
this
like
one.
2 or
See.
something.
There's no
Pittsburgh
way
is
the Colts
apparently
are
an
favored.
underdog right now.
Yeah.
Like they are
Wow.
Steelers +3.
Wow. I'm
So
surprised. they're
Colts have a
giving-
3-point edge
Wow.
probably because they're at home.
Yeah, that's it. That's
you
the
usually
only
get 3 points for
difference.
being at
Man,
home.
Lucas Oil ain't even loud.
Yeah.
Lucas
You got a
Oil
big
is
roof.
nothing like the RCA Dome. The RCA Dome, man, that shit'll burst your eardrums.
Yeah.
Lucas Oil, they got all kinds of air passageways in there. You ain't getting nothing.
Yeah. It's all
And the crowd is
ventilated.
like 20 yards from the field. They can't. They ain't even close enough.
right.
Dude. I think the Steelers got this one though. I think
Uh,
the Colts are gonna play. They're gonna play with good energy, but again, like,
they suck.
yeah, you're terrible. Like the Steelers' defense is gonna have enough to hold shit down.
don't know,
I
man.
feel
I
like.
mean-
Steelers are bad.
They're
though,
both bad
man.
teams, dude. The Steelers'
so
motto has
awful.
been winnable games you piss away.
So
That's been the
awful.
story of the year.
Yeah.
I can't go Jeff Saturday over Mike Tomlin.
Hell no. That's really what I
Yeah,
can. That's
that
really
does
why
make
I'm
a
not
difference.
picking these. Man.
Does make a difference.
There's nothing.
I'm
Can't do it.
Those coordinators are weak, so that kind of negates the balance.
They did play the Eagles like super tough though. I'm going Colts.
Yeah, Steelers got crushed by the Eagles. I'm gonna go Steelers just because it's probably gonna be one of those ugly games that's like 12-9.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny
Baltimore
Pickett's starting to
special.
show some progress.
Look how he's over here convincing himself.
Hey.
We got some
He had
guys
the-
that starting to grow. That's
He
what I tell
had the
myself
best
every week.
game
Trevor
of
Lawrence
his
and we're
career
like,
against
we're
Cincy,
growing,
like PPR
we're
wise.
growing.
Yeah, growing. Growing.
That's pretty much all this year is at this point. It's just like proof that you're worthy of being the quarterback.
Yeah. Well,
I think I'm gonna go Indy.
yeah, I
Well-
got Indy.
As long as Matt's playing, I'll just get
Yeah.
makes
Yeah,
my heart
yeah.
feel good.
It's so funny that Ursay made Reich bench him, and then lets his boy Saturday just do whatever.
He's like, you fucked up, right?
Saturday's like, yeah, you know what? You know, we actually should keep him starting. You sure? Yeah, actually, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He couldn't listen from Frank Reich. Frank Reich's advice was not qualified enough. The dude had been coaching the team for 4 years.
So we're half and half on that. Next game up here, Buffalo at Detroit. This is the traditional Thursday night shellacking that Detroit gets on Thanksgiving.
I don't know, man. Detroit
Thanksgiving Day. But they have won 3 straight. You are correct. And if there was a time that these Buffalo Bills could be upset, this will be the time. Because their quarterback is hurting. They're a little bit shaky. Just a little bit. They're not tremoring. They're not having tremors. But they're a little shaky. And Detroit has got. Look, Detroit is they're hot right now. They beat quality teams.
They have
3 times in a row. I'm gonna go with these Detroit Lions, baby. They're gonna pull it off. They're gonna shock.
Oh, he just convinced himself. Convinced himself.
I mean, if
in a shootout,
Buffalo loses this game, they're in deep shit. And you do have a right being a shootout. Detroit, Buffalo secondary is pretty weak.
Yeah, this is gonna be a shootout. It's gonna be a 70-point total.
I would love to see
that. I like
that.
Buffalo.
Not gonna lie.
I think Detroit comes back to normal.
I also like Buffalo here.
Look at y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffalo.
Yeah. They've been there all week. It's like a home game.
And that's gonna hurt them. They've been there all week.
Yeah, they've been to all the good Detroit restaurants. They're just chilling.
Been away from wifey for a whole week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their house is collapsed under the
snow. I'm gonna stick with my Detroit prediction. Next up, another Thanksgiving game. We got the Patriots at Minnesota. Now, I don't imagine that Minnesota will fuck off like they did against the Cowboys. I don't imagine that to happen again. These motherfuckers can't score. Their quarterback is a question mark at best right now. I think Minnesota gets this win.
Yeah, it's an angry game. They're mad.
Yeah.
They got to be really pissed off.
Yes. All right. So we're kind of consensus on that. Chicago at New York. With the era of Mike White beginning in New York for the Jets as their starter. Justin Fields may not be playing because of his shoulder.
Yeah. Right. If there's no Fields, then this game's over. And the Jets can play defense, and then all of a sudden the Mike White narrative starts. And Zach Wilson gets the bass. They back that bus up over him.
Hey, Zach Wilson. I'm sorry. Mike White is the king of kings.
Yeah.
Put some respect on that name.
Oh yeah. And think of this as well. This is a moment for Zach Wilson and the Jets that is actually like record-breaking historical level of bust. Mm-hmm. If this whole thing falls apart, as it appears it is with Zach Wilson, not only are the Jets a team that have had 2 top picks in the draft in 5 years, both of them were busts.
Oh, talking about Darnold.
And one of them is arguably a bigger bust than Ryan Leaf was.
I mean, if he was the 1-1, he'd be a huge bust. But still, going number 2 is still pretty bad. But 1-1, that's, you can't suck.
But they've had that same situation.
They gave him a lot more leash, though, didn't they? Ryan Leaf. He had
a
lot.
He had, I think a year or 2. I think.
This is year 2 for Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
And they gave him plenty of leash. How many 5 interception games has he had?
He didn't play last year, right? Or
he did. He got hurt.
Yeah, he got destroyed early.
Yeah. He's done nothing to this point that's impressive.
Yeah, there's nothing that you can hang your hat on.
He's done nothing that's even mildly acceptable. You're like,
why did you waste a number 2 overall on this kid? Where's the upside?
Where is his upside? It doesn't appear to be any.
The upside?
It's almost like he fraudulently got his way into the NFL because he doesn't feel like an NFL player out there. He doesn't even look like one.
Can he even grow? Can he grow a beard?
I know
Do
he's
yourself a
muff
favor,
diving on
kid.
them milfs like it ain't nothing though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But
I like the Jets to win.
I like the Jets for everything except for their quarterback. So
If
I'm
Fields
taking them
can't
as well.
go, I think it's
Yeah, and if Fields can't go, it's definitely it's a done deal.
take him
Who's
to
his
the woodshed.
backup?
Simeon.
Yeah, Simeon.
Simeon Toast. Yeah.
He'll be toast.
Yeah.
Next game up,
That's right.
we got
Broncos country.
Broncos country.
That's right.
Let's hide.
Oh,
That's high.
That's right.
So these two
Let's
teams,
die.
this is like literally, this is a tank bowl, is it not?
It is absolutely.
It is a tank bowl.
Hardcore.
Hardcore
This is a
tank bowl.
tank bowl. Like both of these teams are just dead carcasses being drug out onto the gridiron to flop around in the grass on Sunday. Like these are two dead teams for the year. Like they're dead.
Did they say Darnold's going to start this week?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Darnold's-
So they're
Darnold's
tanking.
back.
I think the only reason I take the Broncos is because the Broncos are still dumb enough to think they're supposed to win.
Yeah, the Broncos actually
They don't
are
have any
totally
picks.
convinced that they're a bad team right now.
Yeah.
They have a strong
least-
defense. The only thing, if the Carolina Panthers can get 17 points, I think they win. Question is, do you want
who's
them to get
Sam
17 points?
Darnold?
Can they?
Yeah, not with
Can
Sam
either of
Darnold.
these
They're not going
guys
to get
get
Sam
17.
Darnold's trizzle.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He's trizzle.
For the Broncos, this should be historic. This should be something they have a 30 on 30 for. Like the 2022 Denver Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Because it would be a good story.
It would be.
It's gonna come out where it's like, it's gonna come out that like they wanted Aaron Rodgers and they couldn't get him.
Yeah.
And they literally were like the day before the end of free agency, and they had to make a
Scrambling.
deal with
Yeah.
somebody.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they're like,
What
Wilson's
about Russell
available.
Wilson?
Yeah.
There was one dissenting voice in the entire room when they made that comment. It was the owner of the team.
Yeah.
No,
well,
we don't want Russell.
Yeah.
Look, Bill, it's all we got. Walt, it's all we got left.
There was nobody
Well,
to at that point. I think it was in a trust or conservative.
I'm about to say that
there was no one
the
to
Walton group
dissent.
didn't. Yeah, the Walton group wasn't on board yet.
So they
Nobody
might have
would take it
vetoed
out.
that shit if they had it. I don't think they know football like that, honestly.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Mm.
We're like, oh yeah, I've heard of that Russell Wilson character.
He's fun.
Yes.
I'll go. I'll take the Panthers. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm picking the Panthers just because I want to laugh at the Denver Broncos.
Uh,
That's the only
Everyone wants to
reason.
Laugh. Yeah.
Yeah, I got no good reason.
I love a
It's
good
just-
laugh. I remember when the Raiders lost to the Colts, I had a good laugh.
I mean, yeah, that was funny. That was funny in the most pathetic kind of way, too. It's like, Jesus Christ. The guy doesn't have any coaching experience in anything in this league. Anything. How did he beat you?
Even collegiate.
It's like, bitch, you're going to get fired. Oh, wait, they can't fire you. They too poor.
Damn.
Oh, Bucks at Browns. Browns just got their ass handed to them.
On a
They got
platter.
one more week until Heavenly Father, Deshaun, ascends from his
From his perch.
story penthouse massage parlor and hot shower building. He's going to be coming out there for practice in his extra small tights with a small Gatorade towel hanging out the front.
Maybe a little appendage added on to make it seem larger than it actually is.
Yeah.
But
Not above it.
but this week
I'm not above it.
it's Jacoby Brissett once again. And, I feel bad for Jacoby Brissett. Why they got to make you the goat, the scapegoat here? I mean, he actually played pretty well last week, did he not?
Last week he had 3 touchdowns.
Three
no picks.
touchdowns. 300 something yards passing, 3 touchdowns, still lost.
But there's
So the one good,
there's several weeks where it went the other way. So
yeah. But this was that one game that a quarterback like him gets a season where you have exceptional stats and you still lose. But I don't know. Bucks aren't exactly They're not exactly fine wine themselves, but at least they have
got that
their
man.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
They got that man.
Hard to make up for that. I'm going with them Bucks. I think the Bucks take this one. It's probably going to be a 2-score game. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, they're coming down the stretch. They know they need to.
Yeah, they got to stay ahead
NFC South.
of the Falcons. They got to stay ahead. Yeah, Falcons are right behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
I think it's the Bucks. I mean, the Joe Woods defense. It's not good.
They've been getting torched.
You got 5.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. Browns suck.
Yeah, so we're consensed on that. Next up, the Raiders going into Seattle. Oh yeah, that's going to be too big for them.
That's Seattle.
That's too big.
Seattle coming off a bye too.
Seattle
rested up. Geno Smith balling out. Yeah.
Seattle here. It's pretty.
I mean, at least this time, if you get beat by a team that has a good coach, so you don't have to cry.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, the team with absolutely no luck at all against the team with absolutely no sense at all. Chargers at Cardinals. Bet you can't guess which one is which.
I mean, they're both the same.
Exactly. They're identical twins. Ooh, Chargers. I feel so bad for Justin Herbert. I love his style. I just love how he plays the game.
Yeah, he's catching a raw
team
deal this year.
He's got his weapons back now, but the team as a whole, the franchise as a whole, not as competent as we thought they were beginning to be. Now they seem just a little bit aloof.
Still got some injuries up front too.
Yes.
So he's having
to have injuries.
He's having to throw it as soon as he catches it every fucking play.
Yeah, he's getting fucking pile driven into the ground with routine these days, which is tough. I mean, when you got a bunch of injuries on the O-line, it does get ugly for a while. Like you got to understand that these O-linemen that come in to play as backups, a lot of times, more often than not, on a team like this, those guys are guys they signed off the street.
Mm-hmm.
Good chance.
Now, Philadelphia might have a guy who was a starter, with a different team 2 years ago. Who they're
maybe
using
he
for
was
depth.
maybe he was the swing guy or something.
Or he was a swing guy, and he got maybe 10
He's
starts.
played.
Yeah, he's got some good play. He's got some good PT in. Mm-hmm. So if he goes in, it's not going to be a big drop off. There's going to be a drop off there's going to be a noticeable drop off for a little bit, maybe a quarter, until he can get warmed up and into the rhythm of the game. Once he gets into the rhythm of it, you'll start to see him start to stiffen up and stiffen up and present a better job of blocking, more consistent blocking. But on a team like the Chargers that don't spend a ton of money like that, I'm willing to bet that cat's a cat off the street. So if there's something that he's deficient at, you can't really bet he's going to get any better.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And that's where the problem is. And that's why Justin Herbert's been getting his ass bodied. They can't get nobody else in who's going to, give him a better shot. So
I think they have something like the lowest air yards per attempt in the league right now. He's having to throw it so quickly.
It's that plus the scheming of Lombardi. Like it's nothing but throws to Eckler and curl routes. And I'm more shocked that he was actually allowed to throw deep a couple times in that Chiefs game. And it plays out every single Chiefs game just plays out the same. And it's the strangest phenomenon over the last couple of years. The Chargers just can't beat the Chiefs for whatever reason.
Yeah, and that's what they keep on every offseason. That's what they try to address. What are we going to do this year to beat the Chiefs?
And the problem is,
the Cardinals.
Everything they tried this offseason just hasn't worked.
Yeah.
Is Murray playing?
Is questionable.
No,
if the Chargers lose to the Cardinals, it's panic time.
They just dropped the new map on Call of Duty. He's out.
Yeah. Shoot House is back.
Got him. Shoot House is back. That means he
ain't looking at no film.
That means he ain't even go to treatment this week.
Mm-hmm. No worry. Kyler Murray's gonna no scope the secondary on every play.
360 no scope.
All All right, let's get into this last. So I think we consensed that it's going to be Chargers on this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
yeah.
so let's get into the last game here. This one is actually pretty easy one to call now. Kansas City over the Rams. The Rams, Jesus,
Garbage.
Christ.
And now I think what's his
Stafford.
name?
No
Bryce
Stafford.
Perkins.
Stafford?
I mean, unless Bryce Perkins turns into the next Kurt Warner, no.
Jesus,
They'll be putting in their
Christ.
starters by the third quarter.
I mean, I heard of the Super Bowl hangover. These motherfuckers got alcohol poisoning. They comatose.
Mm-hmm.
They said, nah, cuz, y'all don't get it. We ain't playing this season. Like, what? 3-8?
Taking the whole year off, son.
3-7? You motherfuckers just said, fuck the year.
Yeah, they might be the
Like-
worst Super Bowl winning defense ever. Like there's only
you
5
don't even
or
defend it. You don't even defend it. You can't even get to the playoffs.
yeah, no, there's only been like 5 or 6 teams that had losing records the year after, and 2
Damn.
of them were in strike years. And then
Replacements.
yeah, I think there was I forget who the other teams were. The Redskins were one after they won.
I mean,
I don't know,
Steelers were
J&D
8-8.
Productions. Yeah, Steelers were 8-8.
Yeah, Panthers. Well, but they were compensation team.
Yeah, they
Broncos,
didn't
I think,
win.
were one.
Yeah, the Broncos had a big decline because Brian Greasy took over for.
Well, it was
Elway.
Greasy also after Manning.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Just an ugly look for them because, I mean,
And the thing is, they're
people-
going to keep trying to go all in.
Yep.
Yeah, they're probably just gonna try and shuffle everything up and try and
Throw
go
more
all in
first
again.
round picks. Fuck them picks. They tried to trade
Fuck
2
them
in a
picks.
second for Brian Burns.
Oh man!
All right.
So those are our picks. Let me lock these bad boys in. Yank, yank. All right, those are locked. And quickly take a look here at our fantasy football standings because I fucking won. I beat somebody.
There you go. 2 in a row. Is that 2 in a
Whoa.
row?
Oh,
You're on
I don't
a
know about
streak,
two in
bro.
row yet.
That's called.
I don't think I'm on a streak yet.
Ah.
We'll see though. We'll see. Let me see here.
Even I got one this week.
No, I am on a streak. Fuck that. Oh shit. No, I lost by 7.
Damn.
Shit. Hold on. Where are them standings?
I lost.
I thought I was kind of strong there. I'm 2-9 now. Fuck. I did win 2 in a row and then lost.
Yeah. Oh god dang, I'm 4-7.
Ugh. All right, let me pull
Got
it up
lucky
real
last
quick.
week. I think I won it in the last game.
Mm,
Yeah, we were live when I finally won.
There you have it. There's the fantasy fucking standings. Bishop Sycamore rearing up the back. Louisville born to win. Well, that's cool.
No one's really running away with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
because can't nobody make no deals to get no better players. Hey, I guess let me see. I still got I'm literally hanging Justin Fields out there for somebody if they want him. He's only questionable right now.
yeah. Nobody wants to trade
Cle-
for him.
Yeah, good thing no one took that shit.
Hey,
Although
Hey,
I submitted
hey,
2
Cats.
different packages.
And nobody was giving me a package I really wanted.
The dude was like, "Fuck you guys."
Fuck you.
I'm gonna let him sit. He's gonna sit.
Hey,
Oh,
you can
DJ
sit-
Chark, you back in? Okay, cuz let's get you on the field then, bro.
What does that sit on IR now?
Let me see. He's off IR.
No, I was talking about Justin Fields.
Oh
Yeah, see, you should have traded him when you had a chance. Now he's banged up. Now ain't nobody want
damaged goods.
Yeah. Buy Mageddon's over, right?
All right, this cat's questionable. What the fuck is going on with you, Allen?
I mean,
Jeez, you're supposed to be a
it's week,
fucking playmaker this
it's
year.
week 12, man. People are hurt.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
Get out there.
Now you're one of them.
Get out there. Yeah. Now you're a whip cracker. I see how it is.
No mercy.
It took
I wanna
you.
hear that
It
shit.
took you 8 years to turn into Steven from Django.
How you get up there down that net? How you get up on that net?
Candyland.
Kevin Von Magnum, $5. Jack's acquired
Oh, Mr.
Daryl
Candy.
Henderson.
Oh
Thoughts?
yeah, the running back.
Yeah, there are people out there who are concerned, like, oh, does this mean does this mean they don't have faith in Travis Etienne? I'm like, no, this doesn't mean that they don't have faith in him at all. They need a running back. They don't have faith in the cats behind him. So they need somebody that they can, because they traded the guy that was the running back.
Yeah.
So now they got to put
So
in
he just
another
kept
guy.
That guy.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure he's happy where he is now, since he's with a winning team. But yeah, Jack's kind of screwed him over there a little bit. But that is our fantasy league standings. Catching up on that, I had a little loss there. Almost pulled it off. We're getting better, boys. We're getting better. Let's keep pushing. If you don't fucking win this next game, your
You're all
families will
fired.
go without food.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Better
got
start
kids,
calling
man.
these guys up.
I got fucking kids.
All right,
I
all
got
right.
kids.
So that.
Ooch. I got kids, man.
Oh, what did I miss?
You need to hit this
Oh,
block.
All right. So
All right.
that is what we good? Everything good? Did I miss something?
Nah,
No,
I think
we're
we're
good.
good. That's the show,
Okay,
right?
Yeah, that's the show, folks. We do appreciate y'all for being in here on Lineman Life Live. It's the eve of Thanksgiving. Thanks Eve. So just want to say to everybody out there to have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your families. We see the current events going on in the world today. We never know. You never fucking know. Don't take it for granted.
If you hear, be thankful.
Shit's fucked.
Yeah, hopefully the
It's
grid
fucked
stays
right
up.
now. I mean,
Yeah.
regardless of how you see things, we can all agree it's kind of fucked right now. So, take care of yourselves, take care of your family, take care of your friends. Be civil with one another, and just enjoy your time. Stuffing your face with food, adding on weight, which you will.
I mean, we all do.
Yeah,
fool
leftovers.
yourself.
Leftovers.
You're gonna
though.
add. You're putting on
Wait.
10 pounds in the next.
You guys
the
don't.
next 48 hours.
You guys aren't 5K people. You're not
Yeah.
the 5K
Somebody's-
Thanksgiving family.
I got to go run a 5K before Thanksgiving.
Whoever does that, I'm not.
It's like,
I'm
yeah,
not
you
down.
don't-
Honestly,
Yeah,
if
it's
you
like,
do
no.
that, you're doing it for the bagels and donuts after, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's how most of them do it.
Yeah.
I don't
That
like people
destroys
that
anything
run and
that
then
you do with running.
I don't like the people that run and then they eat a lot afterwards to be like, oh, this is why I ran to do. Just
Yeah,
eat,
but
just
that
eat.
destroys the purpose,
Just
man.
eat.
Just eat.
Yeah, I mean, and you negate the actual gains from the workout.
Yeah. Like
Why
why?
stuff down your
Just like-
throat?
Turn your nose.
You'd be
up
better
at us.
off lifting instead of running.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
because you still get a cardio workout with lifting weights as well.
Yeah.
And then you get that muscle recovery.
Fucking A right, Cotton.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we appreciate y'all. Hope everyone has a good one. I will be we'll be back next week, obviously, and maybe I have my Santa Claus hat on for the next one. We'll see. But y'all have a good one. We will see y'all on the next Lineman Life Live. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.